Hello everyone, Daisy here again with another layout for Spiegel Mom Scraps. This month we are doing scrap lifts and of layouts that we find off of Pinterest, and so I'm using this one I showed you at the beginning of the video. Was created for lime citron, and I'm gonna butcher this name and I really apologize, but it was done by Fleur, and she did this lovely circle cut file. She used all blues, and so I was really inspired by this. So there's a lot of mixed media in the background of this layout, so I am starting out with this Prima stamp that I have in my stash and some gray archival ink. And then I'm also using some purple archival ink in my little heart brayer thing, and just kind of creating two areas of interest. One of them is going to house my photo, and the other one is going to be where my title sits. So then I have this gelato on my desk, and I decided that that would be perfect. So I think it's called Fig is the color name, and I just kind of do some messy circles behind where my circle cut file is going to sit. Now this circle cut file is one that I had that I have no idea where I got from. It doesn't have any name in it. There's no description or anything on the Silhouette Studio, so I don't know where it came from, so I apologize. All you saw me do there is I pulled out my Cocoa Daisy box that I do all my mixed media in, and I sprayed some purple shimmers onto some white tulle. It's something that I like to do a lot because then I can make custom colored tulle for my project, and so I sprayed it with purple so that it would match what I have going on here. Now I'm taking some more of that purple mist and I'm mixing it with some metallic texture paste. And then I'm going to come in with this stencil here, which is not clean, and I don't figure that out until I pull this off. And I'm just using this dot stencil, and there's like some little yellow rings around it from the dirtiness of my stencil. And I'm just like, whatever, just leave it. It's going to be kind of covered up, so you won't be able to see it anyway, and it'll be fine. I did immediately go and clean my stencil though. I guess I could have cut that part out of this video, but you know, just learn from my mistakes and clean your stencils, people, because yeah, that's so disappointing when you're trying to do something like this and it turns out having yellow on it too. So I let that dry, and I did come back in and try to widen my little mixed media areas. I added a few more stamps and then a few more of the brayer hearts, just because I realized that I made them too small for how big my photo is. And now I'm going to do a little bit of the packaging technique, and I'm using this Lilac Blossom Shimmers, and I got this from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I'm not sure if it's still available. If it is, I will link it below. But it is the perfect color to match with this. And then I'm using some of the extra and just creating some splatters. And then I'm also using this Shimmers color, which I want to say is Plum Tuckered Out, but I'm not 100% sure. Here, let me see if I can grab it. Yes, it is Plum Tuckered Out, and I'm sprinkling that around as well. And I'm just drying up some of the bigger areas of that. And I'm really loving how this is looking. I don't know why I don't try layouts like this more often with, you know, mixed media in the background, and every time I've done this kind of look, I have absolutely loved how it turned out. So maybe it's something you'll see from me, maybe not, because I always forget to go there. So now I'm going to come back in with my cut file and try to figure out which direction I want it to go. And I want to make sure that There's a couple of areas that didn't cut as well, so I want to kind of cover them up. Now I have this purple flower. I went through my stash and pulled out purple things, and I have this purple flower from Vicki Boutin, All the Good Things. Sorry, All the Good Things. And so I'm going to use half of that. I found this purple feather from that collection as well, and then I pulled out some of these purple flowers that I believe are probably from Prima, but I'm not sure. They've been in my stash forever. Oh, and then I pulled out some washi too, which I never ever use on layouts, but here I am. This is from, I think it's a Recollections brand washi, and it's half blue, half purple, kind of mixing together, and so I'm ripping it so that it's basically just the purple color, and then I'm placing it underneath my photo as kind of a ledge for my photo to sit on. And then I realized I have to adhere down my cut file. Now the photo is of my daughter using a Snapchat filter, and actually everything in it is kind of bluish, but it goes really well with this layout. And I love this picture of her. It makes her look so grown up, so it's just, it was perfect for this layout. So now I'm going to work on my layers here and try to figure out where I want to put everything. I am going to layer these flowers. I have 4 of these purple ones, and I'm going to layer them together to make them a little bit more substantial. And also I didn't have a need for 4 of them because I'm only having 2 clusters. So I'm breaking my, you know, the standard rule of 3s, and I'm going with 2 because that's what works for my layout. And I'm going to add some more washi up here. And I like the way it looks when you layer it on top of itself. It kind of creates different colors of purple, so I'm going to do that. And then I am going to go, I think I'm going to check on my tool and make sure that it is dry, which it is, and it's this beautiful color, beautiful purple. And so I'm going to layer it behind my photo, and I make a mistake here. So tulle doesn't like to stick to glue, and instead of, and I have it double layered here, so if it was just a single layer it would be fine, but because I have it doubled up it's not sticking very well, and I should have just gone in and stapled it to my page, but I wasn't thinking, so I just add some liquid glue and I'm hoping that'll do the trick, and eventually it does, but I have to put some heavy stuff on it to hold the photo down so it doesn't keep popping up. But I'm going to push on it with my hand for a while, and yeah, there. Now I have the gesso on it, which the gesso has some gesso on the bottom so it gets on my photo, so then I have to cover it up. But sequins are perfect for that because it's just a little drop of gesso, and so I put some sequins over the top and you won't even know it's there. So I'm taking a little extra piece of tulle and bunching it up here for my title to sit on, and I'm stapling it on, and I don't have a tiny attacher or any special stapler. I just use a stapler that I got for like $2.99 at Walmart, so it works perfectly. So my title is going to be this love word piece that I got from the Vicki Boutin All the Good Things collection ephemera pack. And I'm going to have a flower down by my photo and then one up by the title. And I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to stick things down. And I knew nothing was really going to hold this love down on top of that tulle and over the staples. I was thinking about stapling it on, but I didn't think that was going to work the way I wanted it to. I'm putting this feather behind the title to try to cover up the staples that I used to stick the tulle down with, and then I'm going to go off and use some silver thread and stitch that on. I thought that would be the best way to really get that title to stick down. So now, because this isn't dry, I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to add some tangled silver thread to kind of pull down that silver into this corner too. And then put my photo back down and then, yeah, push on it. So I am really happy with the way this is going. So now I think I'm going to start working on sequins here. And I'm using the Dragon Tales collection. It's the new one of the new releases for November. And I am pulling out, there's these purple ones that have like a little swirly pattern in the sequin. I'm going to put some of those on there. There's some iridescent ones, and then there's just some like regular purple sequins, and so I'm going to sprinkle them around and add them where I feel like they need to go. I do put one in each center of each of the flowers, and then here you can see I'm covering up my little gesso mess on my photo. And I always use the Zatz blings to adhere down my sequins because it works the best. And I just got some more, so I'm super excited about that. But if you haven't already, head on over to Facebook, join the 15 Minutes to Scrap with Spiegel Mom Scraps Facebook group, and be sure you like and subscribe to the channel here, and I will see you again next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!